Okay, this is an informational video from my mother on how to care for her new hearing aids. A couple things that she needs to understand about these hearing aids is that number one, air pressure will cause them to whistle. So if you put things up against your ear in a flat or perpendicular or parallel to your ear, it will cause them to whistle. So when you use the telephone, just use the speaker on the phone and you won't have any problems with your hearing aids whistling. The second thing that you need to understand about your hearing aid is that they have little domes. And the little domes on these hearing aids that are designed specifically for each individual, they need to be removed and taken off about once a month and changed because they get plugged up with earwax. So these little domes here, the easiest way to take them off is when you buy the domes, you're going to get a little package like this. And if you look, there's a little groove here in the end of the package. If you see that little groove, what you do is you stick that little groove right up underneath that dome and you pull it towards you. And what that will do then is that will pop that dome off. Just like that. And you see right here's the dome. And right here is the little receiver. Now right here in this receiver, there's a filter that goes in there. And the filter that goes in that receiver, it looks like this right here. See that little white tip? If you zoom in on that little white tip, that is the filter. Get as close as you can.
If I do, it's going to be in your ear.
That's okay. Now let me show you how to put that little white tip in that receiver. You just take this little black rod that they give you and you stick it in like that, all the way flush, okay? Then what you do is you twist it. You twist, and sometimes this is a little hard to do. You twist it and you pull it out. Let me retry, and there it is. It goes right in. And now there's a new filter in this receiver. This is important because this little filter is what prevents the earwax from getting into that receiver and plugging up the receiver. So if you feel like your hearing aids aren't working, it can be either the battery, it can be the dome itself, or it can be this little filter here. But you need to check all three of these items, the battery, the filter, and the dome, to make sure that you have all those clean. If you don't do that, the hearing aid won't function. Now, since we did that, I'm going to put a new dome on mine. And to do that, you just open the package here, like that. Drop the little dome in your hand. Make sure your filter's in the receiver in. And then if you look, there's just a little hole there, and it fits right over the tip of that filter. And you just stick it on. Don't let go with your finger. Keep pressure on it and push it until you hear it click. And it clicks on, and then your dome is on there. Now to change your batteries, there is a little lever here, and you just pull outward on that lever. Pull outward, and you take your battery right out, put your new battery in, and then close the lever door back. When the new battery is in the hearing aid, you'll hear like 4 or 5 beeps. Beep, 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 beep. And then it will produce sound. Then it will produce sound after the 5 beeps, okay? If you want to lower the volume, you hit the lower button here on the hearing aid. See if you can zoom in there, Jack.
I'm trying to have it focus.
This is the lower button on the hearing aid, and that lowers the volume. You'll hear 1 beep every level of volume you lower. Beep, 1 volume level lower. Beep, 1 volume level lower than that. Beep, 1 volume lower than that. As you increase the volume, you hit the upper button to increase the volume going up. Beep, 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 and once you get to 4 or 5 beeps, it's the highest volume you can get out of it. Okay? So that's a little bit about your hearing aid and understanding how to make sure that these parts are clean. Now, every night you need to put this in your dehumidifier. That gets any moisture out of your hearing aid. If you don't do that, it builds moisture up and it can ruin the electronics. Also, the little brush, there's a little hole up here at the top. This is also where you get the outer air into the hearing aid. And if you, every once in a while, about every other day, you need to clean that out as well. If you clean this out, this will keep static. If you hear static in your hearing aid, it's typically this little area up here that is your problem, this little slit. So you need to clean it out, put your brush through there, just move it right through there like that, and that cleans that out. Also, if you hear static, a lot of times you'll get a little piece of debris, dirt or something up in here, and that needs to be cleaned out. And one of the ways that you can do that is you can simply blow through there to make sure it's clear. You can also change the battery. Sometimes when the battery goes low, it'll create static. So you need to make sure that you have good batteries in there all the time, every day. Or, well, not every day, but every 2-3 days, you need to change your battery out. Okay, that's good.